Today on One, your daily dose of local affairs and social media commentary.
Today on One, striking Shoprite Checkers workers attempt to shut down Karatura branch as talks deadlock. 28-year-old mentoring fatherless children. Iranga region prepares for new school year. And new additions to Young Warriors excited about national call-up.
Striking Shoprite Checkers workers are disgruntled as negotiations between the Namibian Food Allied Workers Union, the National Union of Namibia Workers, and the retailers' management once again proved futile. The unions briefed the media this afternoon on the outcome. A group of disgruntled workers gathered outside the union's office in Katutura following announcements that talks between the unions and Shoprite Checkers management are still unresolved. The group marched to Shoprite Katutura to shut down the store.
Now we fail for everything what we want, because now we send them, we win the courts, and we tell Nafao that they can go and get the police, then they arrange the police to come and remove those new people. They are working on behalf of us, but they did not do it. And that is the things that make us that today we are not happy for that. What we want RI to come and close it the shop the way he decides that he's going to close it the shop, and even the community to going to close it the shop. That is the way for us, Shoprite, to going to answer us.
How our union is not serious, that's how we are seeing it from today. We are seeing that the best way is just to go away from them. They must stop deducting our $3 because it's just for useless. They are not standing for us at all. If this will not happen today, because we want them, they must tell those Shoprite that if they don't comply with our demands, it's better they must just pack to go. Or else ourselves we have to take action today, now. From here we have to go to Katutura, Shoprite. We close it ourselves because we have already a court order which says that those people who were recruited behind us, they have to come out. You see, there's no one allowed to work on someone's behalf who is outside to go, who is busy striking.
Police, they are here. They are also seeming like it's useless. If I steal the street, they will come, they will be the first one to come and arrest me. Why they can't arrest those ones that are working for Shoprite and violating the law? That totally nonsense is not going to be allowed or permit in Namibia. And the reason why these things are happening is because of our government. I should blame our government because our government is supposed to have a cassette for the workers, just for the worker, for those one working for the shops, or those one that working for any company, and even those one that.
Workers have been on strike since last year because of unfair wages, with many taking home between 300 Namibian dollars per week and 1,800 per month. The retail giant is believed to continue defying a court order in which not to recruit seasonal workers while the rest are on a legal strike.
They were put up the condition for us to agree with their proposal, and we rejected that. We rejected that. They were put up the condition that we have to agree with them before 12 o'clock today. And they were saying that is bullshit. They were saying their position is that any employees who contravening the strike rules to go to be taken to the hearing, and we say no, that cannot happen because they are the one violating the rules. We get the court order until today, and they continue, even as we are standing here, they continue violating the court order. Yes. Who are we, the workers?
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation in a media statement urged the negotiating parties to restrain themselves and refrain from illegal conduct and to abide by the laws of the country, including court orders.
station subscribes to the Namibia Media Code of Conduct and is regulated by the Media Ombudsman, appointed to deal with complaints about media content that breach this code. This includes content that is inaccurate, unfair, or that invade privacy. We encourage aggrieved members of the public to submit complaints to the Media Ombudsman via mediaombudsmannamibia.org. The Media Ombudsman is supported by the Editors Forum of Namibia, advocating for ethical and quality journalism.
Community Voices proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation. Good today, better tomorrow.
Eight-year-old Shanika Nashilongo has taken it upon himself to be a father figure to fatherless children in Windhoek and surrounding areas. This, he says, is due to the high number of children in the country who grow up without their fathers in their lives and the necessary guidance. Nashilongo, who runs the Monica Gender Equality, Human Rights and Social Justice NGO and a two-time graduate, says he is ready to avail himself to provide fatherly support and mentorship to children in and around Windhoek.
I see that kids without fathers need someone to support them in terms of mentorship, being there for them. Sometimes kids even want to report activities that negative activities, and they are expecting a positive response on how to go about life, especially a girl child. So when you speak of a girl child, they will be found by temptation, no money to buy things that other kids are getting at school. When it's time for puberty, they need guidance on how to go through all those things and to be honest with their father. Also in terms of providing food and shelter, so some of the initiatives that I'm also looking forward, if there will be enough donation that can come up, at least to just have a house where at night you can have time with as many kids that you are mentoring, and you can be happy to see them go to school and becoming important people in the society. The country, some I didn't even meet them. That's why I have a difficulties to have a place to meet kids. You know, some I just speak with them in the phone. The mothers put them on WhatsApp video. I talk to them time to time, and some are I'm still waiting to make arrangement to meet with them. But they are across the country, everywhere, even in Windhoek, everywhere. Kids of rich people and poor people. So that's a good thing also, because there are also rich people that are having kids that are not having fathers because fathers walked away. And some of the kids also, kids from prostitute. So which was also an emotional moment of accepting kids that a mother just went out there to look for food, end up getting pregnant without knowing who is the father.
The initiative has been well received by members of the public, with some already offering to assist with the mentorship program, of whom he says will be subjected to a public background check and a screening to ensure the safety of the young ones.
At least for the kids to go through the channel where they can finish school, where they cannot end up engaging into criminal activities. Where you can tell them that this is wrong and it's wrong, and you integrate it into their brain. If something is not like smartphone now or going out and all those things, kids always want to ask, can I go and play? So sometimes a mother alone is not willing to accommodate all the knowledge and advice to the child. So it still needed to know. I want to talk to a father, so to ask if I can play, if I can make friends with these types of people. So it's a very difficult time for kids to pass through this different stage. So in all those stages, they need an experienced father, especially good enough and a reader. In those the thing that really me to have a dream to say one day I'll have a big house that I can accommodate not only small kids but also even adults that need fathers. Some people went to marriage and they end up, the marriage are not working because they don't have father figures. So my role to be a father not only for the small kid, but I'm looking forward everyone that is out there, orphan or their fathers are not there and they need a father figure.
He currently does not have a place to shelter the children. Those who have so far been signed up are regularly visited at their homes.
Community Voices proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation. Good today, better tomorrow.
We can't wait to get together again, to welcome new friends, meet up with old ones, and play until the sun comes up. We can't wait to fill our stadiums again. In fact, we can't wait to get the whole gang together. But until then, let's stay safe.
Stakeholders from education in the Erongo region have been hard at work to prepare for the new education year after a challenging 2020. The regional leadership held a press conference at Swakopmund to brief the nation on the readiness of schools. Amongst the challenges faced in the region are the COVID-19 outbreak and many flocking to the coastal towns for employment opportunities. The influx resulted in an increase in the learner population and lack of space for grade 1 and grade 8. Education stakeholders have ensured that most of this year's challenges are dealt with.
We have 131 grade 1 learners. Last year they were not placed. So during discussions and looking at where places are available, the circuit inspector was the deputy director managed to place these learners at different schools. With regards to the grade 8s, we were able to place 171 learners out of the 312. The remaining 139 learners, there are alternatives in place, meaning that we will open additional classrooms at either Sokopun Secondary School, Westside High and Namib High. But in this regard, the Deputy Director with the Inspector will have meetings with these schools. The possibility is also there that with the advice subsidiary level that we are going to introduce this year, and with the old grade 12 curriculum moving, learners that are moving out, there will be spaces available at these schools that we have identified. So the admission of grade 9, 8 and 9 in the circuit will then be addressed through that.
Stephanus also addressed the issue of the new AS level that will be introduced in schools. 12 schools in the region were identified to accommodate learners for this level. Training of teachers on the AS level started last year and is ongoing.
Those learners will obtain a minimum of a C symbol in any 3 subjects, will proceed to the AS level. The region already identified possible learners per school through the results of August examination, and then we also identified then the following schools that will have the AS level in the region. We have the Danes Senior Secondary School, Danes High School, Jeanside High School, Caribou Private School, Colin Foundation Senior Secondary School, Quisitmund Senior Secondary School, Martin Luther High School, Namib High School, S.A. Gops Senior Secondary School, Swakopmund Senior Secondary School, Fathers Bay Private School, and Westside High School. These are the 12 schools that were identified through a process with TQA to offer the AS level in the region. And we have identified schools per circuit so that it will cater for all the learners in the region.
Meanwhile, a delegation consisting of the Erongo regional governor and other education stakeholders visited several schools in the region to assess the situation.
Enjoy these fantastic mid-month savings only at Clicks until 20 January. Buy Clicks Tube My Toilet Paper 18 rolls, $89.99 per pack. Or buy Organics 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner 2 for $104. Buy Sunlight Summer Sensations Auto 2-in-1 washing powder 2 kgs. Or Laundry Liquid 1,5 litres 2 for $88. Clicks. Feel good. Pay less.
After successfully qualifying for the Under-20 African Cup of Nations Games in Mauritania, when they claimed the silver medal at the COSAFA Under-20 Games after being narrowly defeated by Mozambique, the young warriors of Namibia are in camp and have commenced with preparation for the AFCON Games. Speaking to some of the new additions to the squad at their morning training session at the NFA Technical Center, the boys described the feeling to be called up for the national team as overwhelming, adding that the squad is in high spirits.
It's a great and wonderful opportunity. It's one you can't take for granted. And I've been previously called up to the national team, but I couldn't join the team due to school commitment. But now I'm back. It feels great. The mood in the camp has been exceptional. On and off the field, the team seems quite strongly bonded. And yeah, the discipline as well is looking good and the guys are looking fresh.
We have a positive mindset in camp. The energy the guys received us with is very positive and they have a winning mindset.
I'm not facing any challenges right now, but I think it's only about training. I was not really prepared before coming here, so I'm just getting it hard to adapt.
It's a bit more intense than last time because obviously the competition is much higher. The levels are expected to be much higher, so as you can see, our training is very high performance, and as my teammate I think said already, 100% is not going to cut it, so 110%, 20% is the minimum.
That's the training, man. It's a bit difficult, but we need to pull up our socks, training at the north and training at south is not the same. Here in the capital, so it's kind of difficult.
I feel like I'm dreaming right now because this is the opportunity I've been waiting for, and so far in camp we are managing. The bond is getting stronger. We are getting used of each other, but anyways, we'll cope and work hard.
Challenges only the training is kind of tough. Yeah, the pace it's not that easy. Yeah, but we are coming there.
I've recovered from my injury last month, so there are not of challenges that are facing me, just a fitness level, so I need to catch up.
I feel so good. The mood in camp is so nice because the guys are encouraged us to work hard and to go in the team, to join them.
Ahead of preparations to AFCON 2021 in Mauritania, Young Warriors head coach James Brits has called up 40 players in camp that included 20 new additions from the trials the technical team had undergone around the country from the 22nd of December 2020 to the 4th of January 2021. The trials were hosted in Oshakati, Rundu, Mariental and Karibeb.
At the moment we're only working on the fitness of the boys, the conditioning, and then also we played some games, but amongst one another. That's all that we have been working on at the moment. We sent out a list of 20 players that we invited to come, which we saw in the trials. Not all of them came, some didn't come, but at the moment there's 16 that is from other regions except the 20 from the COSAFA team. We have planned, we have planned friendlies. We have given our plan to the manager. He will take it up with the FA. But the problem that we have is, the COVID thing is spoiling everything. Even in Windhoek, even here where we're training, we can't play against other teams or that haven't been tested. And the testing also takes a bit of time to get the results. So we are just playing amongst each other here, and that's all that we can do. So that's our main challenge.
The Young Warriors train every day at the NFA Technical Center in the morning at 9 a.m. with the afternoon session commencing at 1600 hours. The AFCON Games will take place from the 14th of February to the 4th of March 2021.
In other leading stories, the year 2021 is expected to remain under the shadow of the pandemic despite increasing growth prospects as a result of vaccine rollouts. In the Agribank of Namibia 2021 Economic Outlook, it stated that on average, local economists expect the economy to moderately recover in the range of 1.5 and 3.0%, stemming from a low base in 2020 and an increase in the demand of exports as major trading partners are projected to recover. Adding that delays in a global economic recovery could dampen Namibia's growth prospects. Namibia's exports are expected to moderately increase in both soft and hard commodities as the country embarks on economic recovery. Imports, on the other hand, are expected to remain subdued due to low consumer confidence. And as the number of COVID-19 cases continues to rise in Namibia, the U.S. Embassy has extended its support to the Ministry of Health and Social Services to respond to the challenges of COVID-19. The U.S. Embassy, through the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, has extended its support to the Ministry of Health and Social Services to employ 11 data clerks and 4 public health specialists for an additional month. The original contract for the positions was 3 months, which was now extended for another month due to the severity of the COVID-19 situation. The data clerks have helped process the results from the over 215,000 tests performed to date in Namibia. The funding to extend the contracts is part of the US $100 million donation to fight COVID-19 that was announced by the US Embassy in April 2020.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of local comments from the hottest social media pages. Last year, Today On reported about 73-year-old Constantia Shihepo, who was hit by a municipal bus while on her way home in 2014 and has since been under the care of her daughter-in-law, who has reached out to the public for assistance. Since the broadcast, the family has been receiving overwhelming support from the public. Assistance came from as far as Canada and England. Daddy encouraged the daughter-in-law to keep it up. Desiree likened her to Ruth from the Bible, who also looked after her mother-in-law. Sylvia said, "May God bless their daughter-in-law." Italy said, "May God bless the country of Canada." And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today and One.
A look at the weather forecast. First, an advisory from the Windhoek Met Office. Widespread thunder showers are expected in the Zambezi, Kavango and Otjozondjupa regions. Flash floods are expected in the Otjozondjupa and Kavango regions this weekend, so please to take the necessary precautions. The Namibia interior partly cloudy and warm to hot with a few thunder showers in the Klaras region. Elsewhere cloudy with isolated thunder showers, but widespread thunder showers in the Zambezi, Kavango and Otjozondjupa regions. The coast partly cloudy and cool with fog patches at first, and the wind moderate northwesterly to southwesterly.
Scientists are racing to find a COVID-19 vaccine. Creating a vaccine usually takes years, sometimes even decades. More than 150 vaccine candidates are being developed worldwide. Some of the trials furthest ahead have produced encouraging results. Several possible vaccines appear to have produced an immune response with antibodies, T cells, and no serious side effects. Antibodies are protective proteins that fight infections in the body. Some T cells kill infected cells. Others help B cells to make the right antibodies to fight a virus. It's uncertain how long immunity to COVID-19 would last. 6 other human coronaviruses have been known about for years. Natural immunity for the most common 4 is quite short-lived and generally lasts a few years. A COVID-19 vaccine could require booster jabs after years or even months. Scientists are using a variety of methods to make a vaccine. Several human trials are creating vaccines using the genetic code of the virus. Other human trials, and some with animals, are trying more traditional methods, such as using a weakened or inactive virus. This variety might lead to more than one type of vaccine. Having several could actually be very useful, as each one may be more effective among different people. Despite the promising progress, it's not guaranteed an effective and reliable vaccine will be found. If there isn't one, the virus might eventually infect everyone. Some scientists are hoping to have a vaccine ready for limited use before the end of this year, but most are predicting mid-2021. Once regulators have approved a vaccine, billions of doses will have to be made. Then there's the tricky task of distributing and administering it on a global scale. Collaboration will be needed so the poorest don't miss out. Health workers could be at the front of the queue to get it. But who should be next in line?